Have you ever seen someone so small, so ordinary, that the whole world looks at them and thinks they could never survive a real storm? If you have, then this story will stay in your heart for a long time. Because sometimes, the greatest courage lives in the smallest bodies. On the edge of a quiet little village, there lived a tiny brown sparrow. No shine, no bright feathers, nothing fancy. She wasn't strong like the eagle. She wasn't beautiful like the peacock. Most birds didn't even notice her. But inside that tiny chest, there lived a heart stronger than a storm. One afternoon, the sky suddenly darkened. The warm air turned cold, and a storm, a real violent storm, roared into the forest. Wind howled like a monster. Rain hammered the trees. Branches snapped. Nests crashed to the ground. The sparrow's nest, on the one she built with love, was torn apart in a heartbeat. Her 3 eggs fell into the mud. She flew down fast, heart pounding, breath shaking. 2 eggs, broken, gone forever. But one little egg lay covered in mud, trembling in the rain. She pressed her face against it and whispered, "I will not lose you." But the storm wasn't done with her. Water rose around the egg. The ground was turning into a river. The egg could be washed away any second. Other birds flew to safety. They saved themselves. It made sense. But the sparrow stayed. She tried to pick up the egg. Too heavy. She tried again. It slipped. Again. She fell. Rain soaked her feathers. Cold shook her body. But nothing could shake her heart. A crow watching from above laughed loudly. "You're too small! You can't save that egg! Give up before you lose yourself too!" But she didn't even look at him. She kept fighting. She dug a tiny hollow in the mud with her claws. Her legs were shaking, but she didn't stop. She dragged grass and dry leaves with her soaked wings. Piece by piece, she built a shelter for the egg, right there in the middle of the storm. All night long she worked. 1 bird, 1 egg, 1 impossible mission. But she didn't stop. Not once. When the sun finally rose, the forest was silent. Broken nests, destroyed branches, tears everywhere. But beneath that little blanket of leaves, her egg was safe. She collapsed beside it, tired, shaking, but smiling. Days later, the egg cracked open. A tiny baby sparrow peeked out, weak but alive. The crow, who laughed, said nothing now. Other birds gathered, shocked. How did this tiny sparrow succeed? When the strong ones failed, an old owl answered softly, "Strength is not size. Strength is the heart that refuses to quit." So remember this. You may feel small. You may feel weak. Life may throw storms at you that feel impossible. But if you don't give up, you can protect your dreams too. You can rise again. You can win. If this story touched your heart, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs courage today.